is going on, KH No Filter crew? How is everybody doing? Welcome, 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 welcome. Oh boy, man. Even with international duty and international break going on and stuff, there's still plenty going on at Chelsea, let me tell you. And it's been hard not to say something because I do a weekly show here and I gotta wait to kind of recap it in a sense for the fans at the end of the week. What's going on, Hassan? Big up, Hassan. But yeah, there's like, I this is my opportunity to kind of rant a bit and kind of get my thoughts out on a bunch of the things that have been happening with Chelsea. But we'll start off nice and slow and then we'll ramp it up, guys, for you guys. All right. But anyways, guys, welcome to the stream. My name is Marshall. Marshalldbdx as my username is on almost every platform. You can check me out. You can check me out on YouTube and Twitch. I have channels there. I have a band called Back Pocket Alimony. We just released some new music. You guys can check that out as well. I have my own Discord, which, by the way, if you would like to join my Discord, I'll send you the link. You can join my Discord. We're going to be streaming the USA Panama game tonight, which we'll be talking about the USA Mexico game just because Pulisic and such plays there. But yeah, I'll be streaming that on my Discord, which I'm going to send you guys a link to that right now. Invite people. And go. We'll copy this link. But yeah, if you want to watch the game with me, it'll be a late night for people in the UK, but not so late night for people in the US. You can watch the game with me right there on the Discord. I'll be hanging out on my Discord. KH No Filter also has a Discord where we do watch-alongs for Chelsea games, and sometimes we do watch-alongs for other games. You can hang out with us there. There's always people posting news and topics and discussions happening as well. You can check out that in the Generals tab. But if you're new to Discord, make a Discord account, man. Get with the 21st century. It's the shit. We love Discord. Discord's awesome. You can also check out, I think Kai's Twitter is still in the description. Check out Kai's Twitter is on there as well. And my channel, yeah, my channel's there. I'll revamp all that stuff soon. If you guys want to help out the stream, which by the way, sooner or later, maybe next week, maybe the next month, I don't know. This is going to change up. We're not going to be using StreamYard anymore. We're going to be moving to another platform. Still going to be able to do call-ins, but we're going to be moving to another platform because you know what? The lights are coming down on StreamYard. You know, Kai's not here anymore. We don't make enough money to pay for the fucking StreamYard premium, which is overpriced in my opinion. So if you guys want to help out with the channel, help keep the lights on, we're still going to be streaming. We're still going to be doing our thing, but we're just going to be moving to another platform that's a little better. But if you guys want to help out in keeping the lights on in this place, you can donate via super chat. You can like the video. You can subscribe. All that stuff helps the channel grow. You help the channel grow. Eventually you're basically helping the channel maintain itself. So the more love the channel gets, the better the channel gets. This is how it works. It's like a chia pet. You know what I mean? It's not like a chia pet. It's like a neo pet. What are those things called? The Tamagotchis? Yeah, Tamagotchi. If you know, you know. All right, maybe like you're taking care of your Pokemon. There you go. Taking care of your Pokemon. It's like a Pokemon. You take care of it, it grows. You know, it evolves, it becomes badass, and starts slapping people with their dicks. That's how we work. That's how we roll. We just slap people with dicks consensually. But anyways, guys, yeah, Chelsea shit. All that stuff's out of the way. Smash the like button. You guys already know. Welcome to the stream. Let's start it off. First things first, we got to address the fresh stuff. This is stupid. I feel like people are overreacting to this, but I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show you guys what I'm talking about, and I'll read it for you as well. Here we go. All right. So Nazar Gazelle just reported, you know, everyone's on international break. Timo just played with the international team. They're doing friendlies, I believe, Germany, because they don't have to qualify, which, by the way, Italy, bro, you guys bottled it. You had one job against North Macedonia and you bottled it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's not good. It's not good for Italy, man. Ever since Italy won that World Cup, they've been on the downward trajectory. And they didn't even qualify this year. That's bad. That's bad. That's really bad. But anyways, so Nazar Gazella just reported apparently he interviewed Timo after the game and Timo Werner after scoring versus Israel. This is what he says. There are differences in the style of play between football at Chelsea and here. Maybe the one at the national team suits me better. Here, I always have scoring chances. I can score goals. I feel very comfortable here. Okay. So people are going crazy about this because they're on about how, Timo's disrespecting the club. He's talking shit about how he just plays better in Germany and that, the tactics, Tuchel doesn't suit him or play to his strengths or whatever. Interpret it how the fuck you want. Listen, this is what I think about it. Honestly, as I sip my mud water. By the way, mud water, if you want to sponsor us. Honestly, who gives a shit? Seriously, who gives a shit? Like, half of the fan base, you guys already wanted him out. Half of the fan base already wanted him out. So who gives a crap? What's going on, Nick? Big up Nick Blue. At the end of the day, who gives a crap? We all knew Timo was on the verge of leaving at the end of the season. We all knew. It's not like this is nothing like Romelu. Romelu went out of his way to get an interview and compared himself to two of the best strikers in the game right now and said he's eventually going to go back to Inter, said all these things about how he's going to leave the club. He doesn't plan to stay here. He's not happy with the club. He's not happy with the manager. This is nothing compared to that. So I don't know why people are losing their shit over this. I don't get it. Again, we all, like myself included, and half the fan base already was seeing Timo go out the door. After that last game in the Prem and against Norwich and how he played against what's the other team? I don't even remember. Yeah, it was Norwich, really. And that was the nail in the coffin for me. I didn't care too much about wasn't Middlesbrough. He played against a team before that. I can't remember. Wow. Whatever. It'll come to me. But just played really shitty matches. Maybe it was Luton Town. Yeah, I think it was Luton Town. Okay. It doesn't matter. But seeing him play, I was like, no, this guy's defeated. He's out of confidence. There's no way he's playing anymore. I mean, why do you care? Why do you care if he says this? He's not going to stay at the club. He's not staying at the club. He's not been playing well at all. And I think he knows it. I think Tuchel knows it, which it's been even worse for him since Romelu came in. He's forcing Romelu to play, and Timo's getting hurt as a result. But again, Timo, when he's had the opportunities, hasn't really stepped up that often. He's had some good games here and there, but I think this tail end of the season has been just shitty for him because he's not playing consistently. And when he does play, he's not stepping up, which, again, it's hard. I think he's one of those players that you have to play him consistently in order for him to have better consistency in his gameplay, in his finishing and all that stuff, and all the end product that we all love him for. So, I mean, this doesn't come to me as a shock or anything. It's just, I think people are overreacting. Like, he's just saying that he feels more comfortable playing in Germany than he does Chelsea. I mean, mind you, bro, you have plenty of scoring chances with Chelsea, and you can't score there, but whatever. Exactly. It's not really a dig. I think people are just reading too much into this. They just want Lukaku all over again, as if we don't have enough drama in the club. You know what I mean? Like, why do we have to make more? Chelsea is perfectly in the green. They're perfectly in the green when it comes to producing drama. Trust me. I bet you right now Jeff Bezos is slapping himself in the face, seeing the missed opportunity he had with Chelsea. Why the fuck didn't we do all or nothing with Chelsea? Who the fuck said do Arsenal? Get him in this fucking boardroom right now. You're fired. That guy lost his job after that, I bet you. Arsenal's beginning of the season was pretty bad. I'm not going to lie. But hey, Chelsea would have been a much better all or nothing. I'm just saying, Bezos, you lost your chance. But you know what, Bezos? If you want to come and sponsor Chelsea, I might not agree with your tactics. I might not agree with what you do. But you know what? If the money's coming, just bring it. We just dropped 3 I wouldn't mind having a nice crown in the middle with with a little Amazon Prime arrow. You know, it's all good. It's a good spot on my chest that you'll fit on. We're looking for some new sponsors. So Bezos, you know, if you want to do all or nothing Chelsea after you've learned for the past 3 seasons how dramatic of a club we are, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Shameless, bro. But yeah, I think people are overreacting about that Timo stuff. It's so dumb. Ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned this before. Big up, Josh. Big up, brother. I'm just saying that Christian Pulisic missed a sitter. I don't know if any of you guys watched that Mexico USA game. By the way, your boys in Peru lost the game against Uruguay, so they're still playing for that playoff spot now. Now they don't automatically qualify like they had the opportunity to do, but now they gotta win to get a playoff spot, which is unfortunate for Peru. But then again, this isn't a Peru podcast. But I will say though, Palestri played a good game, bro. Played a good game. But anyways, Mexico, USA. Pulisic missed quite the sitter. And although he did have a decent game, man, it was breakaway 1v1 basically with the keeper, and he had to pick left or right, and he picked the middle. Picked the middle. Hit Ochoa right in the chest, and missed an opportunity for that game to end up being 1-0 USA. But what are you gonna do, man? Yeah, he should not have missed that, especially in the form he's in. I hope he improves. Obviously, we can't be doing that, because that's the shit that like can't be having that, especially now that we're going back into the quarterfinals of Champions League. You can't be missing sitters like that, Pulisic. We're watching you, bro. We want you to do well outside of Chelsea. We're watching you, dog. You can't be missing sitters like that. You should have scored. That was a left or a right. That was a Timo Werner miss. It's kind of like a tough. I give it the benefit of the doubt, because you see the cross and it was tough. It was a tough. I don't know. It was coming in with pace. He was on the other side of a player, of the defender, and it was coming in from his right, and he's a righty. So I don't know. It was a little tough. I see why he hit it straight at the keeper, but at the same time, like, even with a little bit of power above the keeper, like, dog, I think he even had time. Yeah, it was a bit unlucky. I'm not gonna lie. It was a bit unlucky, but bro, if he had scored that, that would have been the game for the United States. I'm just saying. I didn't get a chance to watch England, so if anyone tells me if Mason Mount did decently, then okay. Who they played against Switzerland, right? Oh man. Don't put shade on Werner. He scored on international duty. It's true. And I'm not here to put shade on Werner, really, Gary. I'm just, at the end, I'm kind of just asking the fan base to chill the fuck out. It's not like you guys wanted him anyways, you know? Like, why are you getting upset? Like, Romelu is a different story. We wanted Romelu to come into this team, score goals, be the main guy. We were all happy. So for him to go back on that against the fan base and just talking shit about Chelsea, that hurt. With Timo, half the fan base wanted him out anyways. So again, I don't understand where so much of this drama is coming from. Gallagher got an assist. That's good for Gallagher. I didn't think Mason Mount was going to do much, but I'll try to watch the next game. They're on usually when I'm at work. But I think this part is the meat and potatoes of the stream, guys. I do want to talk about this. I need to get this off my chest. The whole Roman situation. Look, in the bigger aspect of things, in the big picture here, I always understood why they were sanctioning Roman, right? I got some fuzz in my beard. I see it in the video. I understand why the UK government needed to sanction Roman. I get it. From a political point of view, it's the right thing to do, right? I understand. Here's where it bothers me. And let's see if I can pull up the new Chelsea ticket rules, because I need to read this for you guys as well. All right, let's see if I can find it here. This is good enough. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let me share the screen with you guys so you guys can see this, and we'll read it together. But we do need to talk about this. And Ricketts' rant is incoming. We'll see. New rules on Chelsea ticket sales explained. Premier League home matches. Chelsea still cannot sell home tickets to Premier League matches, but those who have already purchased tickets, including season ticket holders, can attend. But Chelsea can sell, tickets to away fans at Stamford Bridge. Okay. All right. I guess. It is understood that Chelsea can have around 2,800 season ticket holders, 28,000 tickets, while away teams often bring 3,000 fans. The capacity of Stamford Bridge is under 42,000, so there is likely to be at least 10,000 empty seats, yada, yada, yada. I get that. Non-Premier League home matches. Here we go. Chelsea can now sell tickets for home games played in Champions League, FA Cup, and Women's Super League. Tickets can be sold to both home and away fans. Next month, Chelsea quarterfinals, Chelsea, Real Madrid, therefore expected. Okay, you know what this article doesn't talk about, though? Oh, here we go. Chelsea will pass on. Okay, so you can get tickets to Champions League, FA Cup, and Women's Super Cup, right? So you could still go see the Chelsea games for those matches, as long as you already have, if it's FA Cup and all that. You can't do it for the Prem, all right? Which is, it doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. Why are you allowed to do it? I don't know. All right, we move. What happens to the money Chelsea make from the ticket sales? This is the interesting part. Chelsea will pass on all ticket revenues to the Premier League, who will donate it to charity. All right, we'll see. Charity, right? The specific charity has not yet been officially confirmed, but it will benefit victims of the war in Ukraine. Okay. You're basically, hey, you know what? You're quoting Roman right there. I'm just saying. Yeah. How do we know it's not Russian? All right, whatever. I move. A Premier League spokesperson said, as quoted in Sky News, the revised license allows fans to attend Chelsea FC games. Fans can travel to away Premier League fixtures. Blah, 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 blah. Premier League will receive and hold any revenue from sales on these tickets that would normally have gone to Chelsea. Chelsea FC have requested, and the Premier League agreed, that this revenue will be donated to charity of victims of the Ukraine war. Okay, so it doesn't say it in this article, but from what I understand, is that FA Cup tickets that Chelsea sell, revenue will be going to the FA. Champions League tickets that they sell, revenue will be going to UEFA. And any revenue they get from the Premier League will be going to the Premier League. However, in that same exact context, apparently Roman is allowed to. So Chelsea can't make any money, right? But Roman will be allowed to give up to 300 million to pay off expenses. Oh, okay. So because you can't pay for the expenses that you're costing me by sanctioning my club, you're now asking the person you're sanctioning, the person you're fucking over, to pay for the shit that you're doing, pay for the damages you're causing. I read an article earlier this week that apparently Roman is not a big fan of the US or UK bidders, which we'll get to that shortlist in a bit, right? And also, like, why should he be, you know? Because as someone who's an owner, right? I'm not an owner of anything, actually, but putting myself in his shoes, if a government of a certain country is going to come and accuse me of having ties with Putin and all that stuff, and sanction all my assets, even the ones that don't necessarily benefit me, like Chelsea. Excuse me. I'm not gonna be so willy-nilly to just be like, oh, okay, you can have this and that and that. Like, I'm gonna feel slighted. I'm gonna feel some type of way. Roman is human, you know. He's not this higher being that's immune to feeling slighted and deceived and shit like that. So, that extent, I can see how it can be true that Roman doesn't favor the American or the UK bidders because those are the countries that are sanctioning him. But that aside, I need to show you guys something because this information isn't available to just the public. The UK government has access to this information as well. So, okay, whatever. We could sell to at least fans can go to games. That's good. We dealt with the Champions League situation. However, I don't understand why the Premier League, we still can't sell tickets to the Premier League. I still don't understand why half these sanctions are still in place. Again, the UK government is fully capable of keeping track of where the funds go and knowing that the funds won't go to Roman or the Rain Group or whatever the fuck. They have full capability to do so. They're just being lazy about this if they really mean what they want to mean. I'm going to say this with the context that you guys should know and hold this context for the rest of this little rant I'm going to. What we've learned from the previous 2 years, here in the United States especially, and most likely in the UK and most, first world nations, anytime there's disaster or national crisis or anything, these people will take advantage of any situation to get things in their way or make a buck. So, that being said, I strongly believe that all this is just, this is going to sound so tribal, but hear me out. I think Boris and the majority of people that are in charge of the UK government, they just don't like Chelsea as a club. They just don't like Chelsea Football Club. They're fans of like another club. It's so stupid, but it makes sense because there's so much happening to Chelsea that isn't merited. There's definitely some bias against Chelsea because half of these sanctions don't make any sense. Half of these sanctions don't make any sense. And you know why? Here, let me show you why. This is public news. Yet we know about it, but the UK government doesn't know about it. I don't understand. So this is what Zelensky has said about Roman. When U.S. officials were drafting a list of Russian oligarchs to sanction in response to the invasion, the White House's National Security Council told the Treasury to leave off one of the best-known names, Roman Abramovich. According to people familiar with the matter, Mr. Zelensky had advised President Biden in a recent phone call that Mr. Abramovich could serve as an important role as go-between that's a weird sentence, to secure a peace agreement. The UK and European Union both sanctioned Mr. Abramovich earlier this month over his links to Mr. Putin, freezing his assets in their jurisdiction. His London soccer club, football, Chelsea FC, is now for sale. Billionaire former oil Kremlin insider, more than 2 decades, Mr. Abramovich is the only oligarch to publicly say he is trying to push Moscow to find peaceful resolution to the conflict. Wall Street Journal. They're a pretty reliable news source. How come? So the U.S. hasn't sanctioned Roman, but the U.K. feels the need to do so? What does the UK know that the U.S. doesn't? All this iron stuff to help make tanks and stuff. Where's the proof? Where's the proof, BBC or wherever the fuck UK? Like, where is the proof? Here you have Zelensky in a phone call in this article showing that no, don't sanction Roman. He's been trying to help. And ex-CIA, I heard this earlier. I was trying to find it for you guys, but I couldn't. XCA operative Mike Baker on the Joe Rogan podcast spoke about how Roman has family in Ukraine. So it isn't even to his benefit to have this war. Roman has family in Ukraine. I think his wife is Ukrainian. They basically just sanctioned him because they don't like Chelsea. They don't like Roman or they have a bias against Chelsea. They're Scousers and United Standers and fucking Gunners and shit. Like, it's just obvious. It's obvious that there is just a bias against Chelsea. There you go. Nick Blue said it perfectly right here. They don't like Chelsea. They always had an agenda against us. And the media, too. This is not just today. They always had an agenda since the 70s. I can't backtrack all the way since the 70s, but I can say certainly that as of recently, freaking obvious that there's an agenda against Chelsea. It's really obvious. It's clear as day. But, you know, we move. I think you guys know. And I think you guys are not cheap and realize that this is clearly like just an attack against Chelsea. There's no real. This isn't really about Ukraine. This isn't doing anything to help people in Ukraine. It's just PC, political correctness, BS. They just, you know. I guess in a sense it's almost like what's that term that people love to use? Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot. I'm just saying. I am saying it how it is. It's frustrating. I hate it. More and more news comes out about this stuff that reveals that it has nothing to do with Ukraine. It's all just about Chelsea. They all just fucking hate us, and they just want us to fail. Apparently, Nick Candy, and I know Jem spoke about this last week. Apparently, Nick Candy came out. First of all, I don't like this guy. I never liked him. He was always talking too much. And now that Captain Crunch came out and started talking a fuck ton as well, even more so suspicions that I didn't like him. But we'll get to that. But apparently, there was a meeting between high officials, and Nick Candy was seen talking to a UK government and you know, talking in the ear, apparently asking what they're going to do about Chelsea. Hey, Boris, what are you going to do about Chelsea? Ties to Putin. This is what I mean. In times of tragedy, these people will take advantage, will exploit that to their gain. We'll take advantage of any national tragedy or any of all this bullshit that happens in the world, and they'll exploit that for their gain. And Nick Candy, I think, we don't know. It's all rumors, right? It's all rumors at the end of the day. I think this guy was trying to take advantage of the fact, and may have triggered all this to happen, but was trying to take advantage of the fact that he knew the UK government was going to take Chelsea away from Rome. Yeah, exactly. Easy 9-2, exactly. It's not even political correctness. If you sanction a club for Russian ties and still buy oil and energy from Russia, it's just hypocrisy. Exactly. Just virtue signaling. There you go. It's one big virtue signal from the UK government. That was the word I was looking for. You see, drank my mud water. Help me remember. Help the cogs in my brain keep going. But yeah, it's just ridiculous, guys, and I'm over it. I'm over it. There's gonna come a week where the government is just gonna be, all right, we're done with the sanctions, and it's gonna be like it's just gonna come randomly. Like, it's just not gonna be no explanation for why they're done, or any proof or anything. They just decide one day to be like, okay, we're done sanctioning Chelsea. On to the next thing. Because there's no real good basis on doing it to begin with. But let's talk about these new owners. A lot of drama has been going on with the new owners. A lot of drama. In fact, I'm happy I'm not on Twitter for this reason. I don't want to deal with it. It's stupid. It's so dumb. There's a lot of it. We'll go over each owner one by one that I want to talk about, but I'm disappointed in a few of the fan bases here. I'm disappointed in quite a few. Let's start off with Catalina Kim. What the fuck? I said before how I don't like McKenny because he talks too much. I especially didn't like it when I started hearing all this shit about Catalina Kim, the South Korean business person that he was in, the billionaire that they were in ties with, True Blue Consortium. What the amount of just placating here is just, it's too much. It's too much. You know, you could tell the amount of PR that was going on behind this one. And it was just the fact that so many Chelsea fans ate this shit up. What is wrong with you guys? Not you guys in chat, but I just mean the people, the Chelsea fan base in general. You ate that shit up. Catalina Kim had you motherfuckers simping, eating out of the palm of her hand, telling you shit like, oh yeah, we'll bring back Eden Hazard, we'll re-sign Rudiger, all this shit. Like, what the fuck? First of all, okay, people say that it's the real person, it's really her and all that shit. No, I'm sorry. I don't believe it. 1 second. Verify it all the fuck you want. I don't, dude, for all I know, this woman had someone else talking for her. She paid some other PR person just to run her accounts. How the fuck? There's someone who makes $1 billion, who's worth more than $1 billion or £1 billion or whatever. How is a billionaire spending time talking and responding to so many people on Twitter and on Instagram for that matter? It's so weird. You don't do that as a professional. You don't. It's just awkward. It's just strange. You can tell it's like kind of fan influence, a lot of PR going on, a lot of ass kissing. It was cringe. It was cringe to see the fan base just eat out of the palm of her hand. Because so many people were like, oh, you know what? This Nick Blue consortium isn't that bad. They said they're going to bring back Hazard. Oh, he said Lampard didn't have enough time. I agree with that. They're going to bring back Lampard. Lampard's going to come in. JT is going to be the new manager. Tuchel is going to leave the club. Czech's going to come back to the team. He's going to start as the goalkeeper again. We're going to finally sell Kepa. We're going to buy Erling Haaland. It's so stupid. But she had people eating out of the palm of her hand, and I was just watching with awe, like, are people really believing this shit right now? Like, do people really believe this woman and everything that's coming out of her mouth? And do people really believe that's her talking? No one who's a billionaire has time to be talking and responding to fucking worldwide Chelsea in the DMs. You know what I'm saying? Fucking people are shameless. Some people are really, really shameless. They're really sliding into the DMs and stuff for cap. It's just hilarious. And worldwide Chelsea, bro. I mean, no offense, bro, but like, come on, dog. Like, she doesn't know that you lied about having connections, links to Erling Haaland, and how you were just promoting that all summer. Hey, Chelsea fans, don't forget. I didn't forget. All right, nobody's forgetting about that shit. You're a cool guy, all that shit, whatever. Do your thing, but hey, you know what? We don't forget. All right. And clearly, this Catalina Kim doesn't know you did this. Clearly, she's not like a real Chelsea fan, because as soon as she found out she wasn't on the short list, she was like, "I'm out. Peace out, Nick Candy." She just left. As soon as she found out she wasn't on the short list, she just left. Didn't even hesitate. She was like, all right, on to the next club. Al Hilal? You're for sale, bro? We out here buying clubs. Trying to get out of this K-League, bro. Ridiculous. And the fact that Chelsea fans just ate that shit up. Oh my God, guys. Should be ashamed of yourselves. If you believe the hype, you should be ashamed of yourself. We're gonna get Rory on Chelsea board. One would hope not. But yeah, I saw that Catalina Captain Crunch, Milk and Cereal bullshit happening, and I immediately ignored it. You people frustrated me sometimes. I was just like, I can't believe you guys even like ate this shit up or even believed it for half a second. If I saw anything to do with Catalina Kim in my DMs, I immediately ignored it because I was like, this is stupid. I'm not even gonna bother with this. I'm not gonna bother with this. It was so dumb. I couldn't believe I saw it. But all right. Apparently, look, at the end of the day, people, I want to just preface this, right? A lot of the news that's happening, it's all rumors. It's all rumors. So take everything you hear with a grain of salt. You really have to, because the only people that know what's going on is the Chelsea board, the bidders themselves, and the Rain Group. As of right now, I'm not sure if there's been a list that's actually really been confirmed and has been said by the Rain Group. But as far as I know right now, everything's just rumors, right? So take everything with a grain of salt. But according to rumors, and bear with me, guys, my nose is congested. I'm sorry. I'm a little hungover. Apparently the Saudi media group got denied, which is really unfortunate because, one, again, it shows the hypocrisy of the UK government. Just a bunch of hypocrites, shameless. But you know what? I have a bunch of those in my own government, let alone UK government. Until I hear it from Rain Group or the Chelsea website, I'm not believing anything is confirmed. I'm just saying right now. I'm not about this one rumor. Matt Law says this. Simon Johnson says this. They don't know. They don't know. It's all fucking rumors. But if it's true that the Saudi media group doesn't make it, it just shows the amount of hypocrisy that the UK government is willing to go just to get their way. Because on one hand, you have Boris shaking hands and crossing dicks with the Saudi prince and Mohammed bin Salman, and we love Saudi oil and we love Saudi business and we welcome Saudi business. You have Newcastle, who's actually directly tied with the government over there in Saudi Arabia, all the bullshit they're doing. And that's okay. But again, this proves my point that there's an agenda against Chelsea. But when Chelsea wants to do it, no. It's too controversial. There's too many problems. There's government links, even though they haven't found one, which, okay, look, I'm not going to be naive either. If your net worth is over 1 trillion, there's a good chance there's government ties in that. I'm just saying, there's a really good chance there's government ties in that. But alas, we move. This is a lot more discreet than Newcastle, but there's a problem with it. I have a problem with that because you're being hypocrites again. They were my ideal choice because obviously they're unlimited funds and all that stuff. You want good funding for the club, obviously. By the way, guys, 18 of you watching, make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. But again, back to what I was saying about the UK government and the hypocrisy with the Saudi media group. Doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. And again, I just think this again all goes back to the fact that I think there's just an agenda against Chelsea. There's no right or wrong reason to not have them on the short list unless there's issues with the government. I'm sure Roman would have preferred the Saudis, considering that they have plenty of money to pay the price that he wants for the club, because apparently Roman still has some control on this. And one way or another, whether you like it or not, Roman is going to find a way to get his money. He's not a fucking idiot. There's going to be lawsuits happening, all types of shit. But whether you like it or not, one way or another, Roman's going to get his money because he put 1.5 billion into the club and the rest is going to go to whatever. He's going to find a way to get his 1.5 billion. He's not just going to walk away from that. That's 1.5 billion. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't want Chelsea to pay it back. That's fine. But I think sure as hell he's going to want to get some of that money back somehow. Who knows? But yeah, I don't get it. I don't get what the Saudi media group, they seem to be surprised about it too. Apparently they confirmed that they're not on the short list. I don't really know. Again, I don't know what's on the short list, and I don't really believe everything that's being said about who's on the short list and who's not on the short list. Let's move on to Todd Boehly, because Todd Boehly has been quiet, I guess, in this situation, which in my opinion is good. Because the way I see it is that if you talk too much, it's because you're compensating for something you don't have. Nick Kennedy, Catalina Kim, it gives off insecurity. And I don't want the owner of my club being an insecure bitch. All right. Todd Boehly, owner of the Dodgers, or co-owner of the Dodgers. He owns part of it. Part owner of the Lakers. I can't speak too much on the Lakers because I'm not a basketball fan. I do know the Lakers have a very strong legacy when it comes to basketball and the history, and they're always competing. But I'm looking right now at the LA Dodgers and what they've done recently. I did check recently that they have a long history. It used to be the Brooklyn Dodgers. LA Dodgers are as old as baseball. They've been competing every year. Every year they're competing, and I'm trying to see here real quick what their recent accomplishments has been. So they're in the National League. Yeah, they have a West Division wild card. So they make it to the playoff just about every season, whether it be as winning their division. So they're NLCS, National League champions in 2017, National League champions in 2018, National League champions in 2020, which National League champions mean that there's two divisions in baseball. There's the American League and the National League, and they compete amongst themselves to see who goes to the World Series, which is the final. So I guess on one end of the spectrum, they've been dominating the National League, and on the other end of the spectrum has been another team. But they even made it on a wild card, which is pretty neat. That means they competed with other teams on a playoff spot, kind of. And they won the World Series in 2020, which was recently. But winning the World Series isn't that easy. You have to compete with a lot of teams to get to that final, the playoff spot and all that stuff. And there is luck involved, obviously, but they're always competing. And they won the World Series 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Haven't won it in 12 years prior to that. Right? Did I do the math right? Yeah, it's 12 years prior to that. But that was probably under a different ownership. But yeah, they have a club with a lot of history. I guess World Series is kind of the UCL equivalent, kind of, in a sense. It's a strange equivalent, but it's kind of built the same way. But yeah, they have the sporting background and the money, and they've been quiet. What I am worried about with Todd Boehly, though, is because there are links with Goldman Sachs, that it's just going to be another business. Mind you, I do think Todd Boehly is going to be competitive. Whether he's going to be competent like Roman, I don't think so. And it will be more business oriented than what it is now. We will get the bigger stadium, which I hope will help with that. But I don't think we will get as many transfers as we are under Roman. That's the way I feel about Todd Boehly right now. Feel like we're going to be run a lot more like Arsenal in a sense. Not Arsenal, Liverpool. I feel like we're going to be running a lot more like Liverpool. Maybe not as successful as Liverpool. It might take some time. But under Bully, I feel like because he's talked the least amount, there's I think we'll be okay with Bully. And I kind of also want to like promote at this point, if the shortlist is true and Bully's on it, let's just go for Bully because okay, let's get into this. This is the part you guys want me to talk about. And you know what? I'm gonna get a tissue real quick. Because I'm gonna have to blow my nose because I got a lot to talk about on this one. Okay, we're doing it live, baby. All right. Anyways, that's why we do live streams, ladies and gents. Ricketts. Okay, so the Cubs. There's a lot of people that are saying a lot about the Cubs and how they're a badly run club and all that shit. And they're not entirely wrong. But from what I can see is that the Ricketts is a family. And the father came out and said the most idiotic, anti-Semitic or anti-Islamic bullshit you can say. It's really dumb. Obviously, I don't support that kind of behavior, and I don't think it would be good for the club at all to have them as the owner. I think it would just make our players like Ziyech, Rudiger, and N'Golo Kante uncomfortable. And I'm not, I don't care about whether you're comfortable or not. It's more so like the morals of the club. It's just morally not right. And as someone who, if I were Muslim and playing under an owner who is anti-Muslim, anti-Islam, I would feel some type of way, and I wouldn't want to play for that club. Just morally, it's not. So it wouldn't benefit the players at all. It would be very bad for the club in that sense. And I don't want these guys in the club. I don't. I know they're my least favorite choice. Surprisingly enough, they topped Catalina Kim. They topped Nick Candy. But obviously, we don't want that kind of notion in the club. It's absolutely absurd and ridiculous. I will say, though, I am not going to... That aside, and obviously that's just bad in general. It's not going to benefit them, and I don't think there's recovering from that. And I think the Rain Group is smart enough to see this. As far as we know, because everyone was saying all this, right? And everyone's reacting now that the shortlist is coming out and Ricketts is on it. People don't realize that the shortlist was probably made ages ago. And because there's the way journalism works sometimes, and we see it with Chelsea all the time, so I don't know how Chelsea fans don't learn this by now. Romelu had that interview with the Italian media in November, and they waited. They waited until Chelsea were in turmoil to drop that news late December. So for all we know, everything, all the rumors that are coming out, all that bullshit, it's just journalists like Matt Law, Simon Johnson, Simon Phillips, and all these other people. They could have known the shortlist, or not a shortlist, but they could have known all these things about who made it in the shortlist and all this stuff a long time ago, and they're slowly dripping it up because they don't have actual news. So for all we know, Chelsea made this shortlist ages ago, like 2 weeks ago, before all this racket about the anti-Islamic quotes came out. Before all this, and now it looks bad on Chelsea because it looks like Chelsea, or the Rain Group, knew this and still added them to the shortlist, even though for all we know they could have been on the shortlist way before that news broke out, way before those quotes were leaked. from the father of the Ricketts family. So there's that, right? The other thing too is, I don't know, and take this with a grain of salt. From what it seems like the sons of whatever Ricketts guy, Papa Ricketts, Little Ricketts. it sounds like a racial term when I say it that way. I don't feel comfortable saying that, Little Ricketts. But it seems like the smaller Ricketts, they now run the company and the family ties, and they now run the Cubs. Because let's get it right, the Cubs won a World Series recently, and I mean, like, when was the last time Chicago Cubs won World Series? 2016? Did I read that right? Yeah, 2016, which isn't that bad. That's only 6 years ago. But I will say, like, over the course of time, because this Ricketts family has been owning the club for a very long time, they haven't been that great. They were actually, their last World Series was in 1908. They were in a run that they were not winning World Series at all, and they were just not competing. But it seems like recently they finally broke that spell under the Ricketts, under the new Ricketts. I don't know. I just don't know. I haven't kept track with the Cubs in a while, but you know, they're a household name because they made movies out of the Cubs and all that stuff. They're famous for that reason. On top of the baseball, obviously, but the baseball hasn't been that great. However, the main thing, I understand that the father said all this bullshit about the Islamophobia quotes, but again, this may have come out after the Rain Group had already put him on the short list. Apparently they're buddy too, which is, now that all this is coming out, look, people are going to protest the Stamford Bridge, which they should. Honestly, I feel really strongly that these people should not own the club. But the Rain Group are probably looking at themselves now and looking at Ricketts and being like, dude, what the fuck? I thought we were going to be able to hand this off to you. We were going to have a good opportunity here, but you're putting me in a fucking hard place now. If I give you the fucking club, we should be ashamed of ourselves because of all the shit that is going on with you, and we're putting it in bad hands now. But if I don't, you're buddy. I really want to give this to you because you've helped us so much throughout the club and we did so much business before. So they're putting a rock between a rock and a hard place. They are. I mean, the easy choice, the moral choice is no, don't fucking go with the Ricketts. And what's worse is that, like, this is the father's fault, not the kids. But at the end of the day, it's the image. It's the players. The players are going to see that, and they're not going to want it. Like, I get it. There's an image you have to hold here that even though, you know, the Rain Group knows, like, okay, your father said tonight, you guys have been good. You guys have been doing great with the club. You've taken it off your father's hand, who's been neglectful, yada, yada, Islamophobe, and all this shit. In a tough spot. I hope Chelsea doesn't. I hope Chelsea doesn't go with the Ricketts. I'm okay with that. Just because also how they run the club. Cubs have not been a competitive team in God knows how long. Yeah, they won a World Series in 2016, but I don't know if they've even touched anything near that accomplishment. Cubs have not been good. Anyways, yeah. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with the Ricketts and all that shit. Hopefully they don't fucking get in the club. But all right, got Hassan in the background. Hassan, what's going on, bro? What you saying, dog? You're on the channel. What's up, bro?
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
There's a slight delay, so I'm sorry if there's any type of lag and stuff. So anyway, I'm sorry if there's any kind of lag. Just let me know. I'll hop back in, and to start off with.
Go ahead.
To start off with, right? Well, I forgot now. With the whole Roman situation, the Saudi media group it was looking like we were gonna get him, and with the whole when Boris went to the local, I was gonna say they went to the actual main place of the Saudi and tried to discuss oil prices and gas prices because let's be honest, it's doubling over here. It's gone to like to equivalent in terms of your money, Marshall, about $10 a gallon. I finally know how many liters are in the gallon, lol. But anyway, um, um, yeah, so I was thinking Saudi might get in because Nizar was saying they've passed all the checks, they were linked to the government and all this stuff, but preferably I think there's been a few like either brown envelopes or there's been an influence from the Premier League because let's be honest, I think the Premier League said that they want an owner that's not too rich to come in, which is very hypocritical of them because they've let the Saudi royal family come in and they are like a trillion worth as well.
Yeah.
So I think Newcastle had to say, I think United had to say, I think a few of them had to say, like some of the big clubs. Because when Newcastle was coming in, let's be honest, Roman, all these lot were all having a say, like, don't let him in and stuff. So there's probably been a massive political, like, say in this. And yeah, I think it was a shocker, really, because I think everyone's on board of the Saudi lot coming in. Uh, yeah, so the next one is Katerina and Kandi. What can you say, man? When she came on, I saw that account, yeah, and I genuinely thought it was fake. But then I looked through her Insta and stuff, and it's a bit weird. Like she's saying how Tuchel looks good, and she said she's a Spurs season ticket holder as well. And I don't know, man. She's got like a random gym routines and stuff. So it seemed genuine. It was her, and because she was talking to the fans and stuff. But then again, I was thinking she's got 140 billion worth of like businesses and partnerships and stuff. How she got all this time? And
I
I've been
know.
questioning whether
People ate that shit up so hard, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, stop wasting my time, man. I don't need to fucking. This is stupid. This is so
Yeah,
stupid.
all right. Let's play devil advocates. If it's her, like, why is she saying so much, man? She sings too much
That's the other
PR,
thing
and
too. Like,
she came on Twitter, right? The funny thing is,
even before Catalina came on, bro, when it was just Nick Candy, I was like, you're talking too much, bro. When you talk too much, you're compensating for something. There's something here you feel insecure about, and you're constantly saying, proper Chels, Stamford Bridge, let's go, you Blues, Frank Lampard, yeah. It's like, yo, shut the fuck up, dude. Are you gonna do what are the plans for the club? What are the plans for the club, bro? Yeah, hey, the club is sanctioned right now. We need money. We need a new fucking. There's a war. What's the plan, dude? Like, come in with a plan.
yeah,
Ridiculous.
bro, he's a rich man, Rory Jennings, man. What can you say, man? What can you say? But anyway, back to the Catalina part. She came on Twitter, right? And she started following Khan, Dubois, Mod, all this. Like, hey, if that's you, right, you're doing too much, way too much. Yeah. The funny part is, bro, Chelsea Twitter was ass licking her. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was saying to all these lot, man, don't fall for her, man. It's all PR, like, and the minute I think the minute everyone started to clock on is because I've actually I said to him, look, she's unfollowed you, bro. People at Pies, all these are you're all giving her the juice, the promotion, the exposure on her socials and what she does, and she's unfollowed you. She used you like a pet, basically. And obviously, they started questioning her, but obviously, she never gave a reply. And the funny thing is, I on that it was PR when she said yes to Korea. When the No to Rickets was trending and the hashtags. So it was weird. Marshall, you won't know because you don't have Twitter, but it was just confirming that she was basically all PR, and yeah,
No,
it's
I
mad,
mean,
really.
just because Hassan, just because I don't have Twitter doesn't mean I'm not in the loop. Like, I still get informed. I still get my news.
Oh, no, 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 I
I
didn't
still have
know.
my connections. I still know you slide into her DMs and you're denying it and shit. But it is what it is. Yo, Togo, how you doing, bro? Welcome to the stream. What are you saying, dog?
Yeah, I'm good in you.
Good evening, brother. What are you saying? How you feel about Chelsea this week, man? Roman, about Catalina, Captain Crunch, about whatever, bro. Talk to me. What are you saying?
The kidney crust just crashed, man. Anyway, I don't know why the Ricketts are still on the list.
Yeah.
That's
I
my
mean,
only concern.
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
Brown envelope.
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like we absolutely know what this shortlist is. There's so many rumors going out, and there's so many people talking about. There's so many people saying they know, and some people that don't. And then you have Matt Law saying, you know what, we really don't know. Like it's at the end of the day, like I think we just have to fucking hold on to our pants and hope that this goes well. You know what I mean? Hopefully, the Rain Group isn't stupid enough to ignore, or the Chelsea board in that manner. Like Marina, Peter Cech. Hopefully, people do go out there and protest, and they see this and they're like, we can't do the Ricketts, because if we do the Ricketts, it's gonna wreck us. Like people are gonna hate us. The Chelsea fans are gonna have an agenda against us. It's gonna get bad. It's gonna just look at the Cronkies, not the Cronkies.
Glazers.
Oh my goodness, Glazers. Just look at how United and the Glazers that got handled. They had to postpone a whole game because of the fans and the I guess the rioting, if you want to say that. Like I think the Rain Group isn't that dumb.
But I have a question for you guys, ne? I have a scenario for you. Like, several people made a bid for Chelsea, and then they proposed their plans. So obviously, Rain took 4 best options out of those bidders. So to be honest, maybe Ricketts offered something that maybe other people didn't offer them. But at the end of the day, those guys, I don't think the Premier League will approve them, even the government. They're just there at the short list, just for the sake of maybe they were step ahead. They were step ahead from other people. So you can talk.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tobago. I think they're only there simply because of close relationships between Rain and the government. Because let's be honest, if the government is picking, they're picking someone who's politically funding them. Todd, Nick Candy, and the Ricketts. And then that's why I believe Roman's having ultimate say, because I think deep down Roman's not stupid. Roman would know that they'll take his money and they'll put someone that's a yes man to the government, to the UK government.
No.
I mean, I really am also of the camp that I feel like this shortlist came out long before, or they had a shortlist before all of this stuff with the Ricketts and the anti-Islamic things came out. I really think, and now that this has come out, journalists are going to come out and make Chelsea look bad by saying, "Oh, the Ricketts are on the shortlist," even though they said all this. For all we know, this shortlist came out before they even said that.
It's been controlled leaks, man. That's what I think it is. And the Ricketts stuff were all exposed before they got taken down, Marshall. So the full story was the Ricketts actually paid the people who written and exposed them to take them down. And that's the worst part.
It's possible. I mean, it's also like, Hassan, you're onto something too, because like the other thing too, Tobago, like the other thing too is like,
guys,
bad press is still good press. You know what I mean? If people are paying attention to you, that's still good. That helps you in a sense, even though it's bad stuff, But I don't know. I don't think they're gonna win it. I think Todd Bowley is really in the driver's seat right now. But then again, I don't really know what the real shortlist is. When the real shortlist comes out, maybe the Saudi media group is on it.
No. I think the shortlist is done for those 4 guys on the shortlist. I think it's done. Like we're busy getting rumors. There's another mystery bidder, but actually we don't know nothing. But what I will say now, Raine just had a shortlist, and then from now on, Chelsea board will take over. Remember, before then, Chelsea board didn't have a say until Raine had the 4 potential owners say, guys, Chelsea. Now we looked at everything. This is what we are going to give you. Now is a choice to choose for your best owners. Then But from Chelsea board choosing Ricketts, no, I don't think so. Even Roman, personally, I don't think he would choose those guys.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Then again, I don't know what the shortlist is. One second, people say the shortlist is like 3 people, and then the next second they say it's 8. Like, there's no reliable source for where these people on the shortlist are coming from. There really isn't.
Mm,
So no
No,
matter
they
what
just have
anyone
to.
says, we just have to wait. Like Hassan's about to
Yeah, they
suggest,
just
we just
start.
have to
I was
wait.
gonna say
Like,
it's all on Rain Group. Rain Group will leak it out anyway themselves.
exactly. So when it comes out, I'll believe it when it comes out of the Rain Group's mouth, you know, like or the Chelsea board, or when it's already chosen. Who knows? But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream right here. We're gonna call it. Thank you guys, everyone who attended. If you haven't already smashed the like button, please smash the like button. Subscribe, please. Thank you to Hassan and Tobogo for coming on. As always, any stream that we have, guys, you can always come on. I always usually let you on after the 45-minute mark, after the show's, done its thing, and we do all the fun stuff. We talk about all the fun things. But make sure, if you haven't, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about the stream, about my thoughts and all that stuff. Smash the like. Super chat is also available. I keep forgetting to mention you guys that super chat is available if you guys want to help out with the stream by donating. Subscribe, smash the like, check out the links down below. I'm going to be watching the USA Panama game later on my Discord. You can join my Discord right there in the chat and watch it with me. I'll be streaming it. Also, check out the Cage Unfiltered Football Discord. All my links, all that fun stuff, all in the description. Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll catch you next time for more Chelsea news and hopefully some predictions on what's coming up in the next games, because the Premier League will be coming back soon next Sunday. But hopefully more good news from the Chelsea boys abroad. We'll catch you next